What's up? How you doing? It's been a little bit of a gap since the last time I streamed. I'll wait for some more people to drop in. YouTube is saying that there's no data coming through right now from OBS, so I'm gonna wait until that clears up. Wait till it says connection. Oh no, there we go. It's good. Excellent connection. Okay. What's up, Lex Leone? Satoshi Nakamoto. Hola, Ricardo. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? I don't know what that means, but hello. It is, what is it? It's the 15th of February, Saturday 15th. It's probably still the 14th in the USA. A bit of Valentine's Day. It's been, I'm gonna zoom out to begin with on Bitcoin, and I think the last time I streamed was, let's have a look. I think it was the 28th actually. Lives. Yeah, the 28th. The 28th of January. So when was that? That was about here. So I didn't even stream after the big liquidity event, the big flash crash, so we'll cover that. But that's the last time I ran a stream. And guess what? We're still smack bang in the middle, or well, not far off the middle of this range that we've been in, this white box that I've drawn up here. So not a whole lot's happened. You haven't really missed anything since the last time, mainly with Bitcoin. I mean, a lot of alts have been bleeding out. There's been a lot of activity on altcoins, but yeah, we're still in the middle of this Bitcoin range. We haven't got a result yet. There'll be definitely more to talk about if we break through the top or down through the bottom of this rectangle. And that's what the whole market's kind of waiting on. It's very similar to the kind of range-bound activity that we got last year for like 6 months straight, where Bitcoin just really didn't do a whole lot, sort of ranging between like mostly 60 and 70, with a bit of activity below 60, a few dips here. But yeah, anyway, The other sort of element that I'm going to be tracking is this trend line here. So when we get a break above that trend, we'll know that something has flipped, at least in the short-term interim, to maybe visit the top of the box here. That would be cool. It might reject once again, like it might cause a triple top, or dare I say it, like a head and shoulders type thing. Like if it makes a lower high, that's when you've got like a, you know, a head and shoulders type scenario. But so much can happen still. There's so much that needs to actually play out before you can start making calls like, you know, head and shoulders. I'm gonna delete this little squiggle. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin's in a range. Nothing has really changed since the last time that I streamed. I think the play from here is to just respect Bitcoin's range until it gets broken. So treat this level here as like the top side, the sell side, and then treat this level as the buy side. That's where the demand is. So keep it simple. If that breaks, then that changes. You would stop out of any shorts here if it goes beyond 110,000, and you would stop out of any longs if it breaks down below 90. And otherwise, yeah, it's like long the bottom, take profit at the top, short the top, take profit at the bottom. Rinse and repeat until your stop losses get activated. Not financial advice, by the way. That's no instruction there. All right, I was gonna also have a look at XRP because that's had some activity lately. It had a very dramatic dump out from its cycle high, which is technically a new all-time high, even though CoinMarketCap quotes the all-time high as being up here at $3.84. I don't think there's any exchange that has reported that price. I don't know how they arrived at that price, but anyway, we've got the 2018 all-time high at $3.31. So we've technically beaten that. We've had a couple of days here, 3 days where we had price action above that level. So you can technically say that XRP has a new all-time high. We'll keep calling it the cycle high for now. So $3.40, and once again, it's got like a big old descending trend line here, like Bitcoin does. Bitcoin's got the same trend line, right? Or similar, and we're just waiting for it to break out of that trend. So let's see, I'll do a Fibonacci retracement on this. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and zoom out a bit. So I'm just going to pull it from the top right here and then trace it down to here. So right now we're basically being held up by the golden pocket. So the 0.618 fib level. So fibs is Fibonacci, and this is basically what this scale is, this ladder of prices and levels. But that's, yeah, not for absolute beginners. Something that's a little bit more in depth. But if you want to look it up, if you want to do some research on it, I'll spell it out. So Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci, I think it's that. I don't think it's double B. I think it's just one B. Fibonacci retracement. That looks right anyway. So check that out. And as far as this trend goes, it's all still healthy. I've got, let me just I'm gonna delete this fib now. Fibonacci. All right. You can see I've got a few lines going on. So this yellow one, if I highlight that, I'll just make it a bit fatter because it's a higher time frame trend that's been going on. You can see it sort of started from back here in early December, early to mid. And that huge sell-off that we had, that huge liquidation event, did punch through it, but I'm gonna keep it in line there, even though it technically it got busted down, but that's just all a wick now. So price action's back up on top, and it's respecting that triangle again, which is good. We want to hopefully we maintain that, we don't lose it. What's up, Ben? So yeah, it's pretty much these lows. You link those up. You link up the lows. We'll call that a low there, and then here. And then you want to link up the highs. And where these marry up, you've got like some kind of wedge formation. And you can see at the moment, it kind of tells you where price will pull up, kind of like where we have now. So if you call this like test A, this is test B, and then there's technically like a test C right here, A, B, C. This is like your D test. And so far it's respecting the trend line, so it's not broken it yet, and we may even get a pullback back to these highs that we've recently got, these little highs here. That's a fairly common play. Price likes to come and back check. There's many examples of that. Just like you can do it on the upside, like if you've got support swings from the past, price can come up to that level and back check it, like right here. Like we got a bump there, and we've also got a bump here. So you can see all the confluence between all these spots. So on a smaller time frame, you can see this orange line climbing up. This one here. That's still being respected as well. So not as influential as the yellow lines, but it's still there nonetheless. Just gonna reset the chart here and zoom out a little. So we got, test 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth check there. It's like a little inverse head and shoulders right there. So if this does end up being a pullback off this high, I would keep your eye on this trend line, and if that gets lost, then it'd be this big yellow trend line that I think you'd get some kind of reaction off. But overall, I don't think that this recovery is by any means over. It's only been pulling back for like a couple of hours now, and I'll show you why. Like, check this out, because it came up here very similar. You can find a very similar way that it came up in this run right here. So all of this timing and pullback is just all pretty natural with XRP. I'll show you where I pulled the fractal from. So this is called a fractal. It's just, an echo of a previous move. If I go down to the hour chart, I'll show you what that looks like. I'll just pull it again from the spot that I got that one from. So I'm thinking that it looks very similar to here. It still has the same velocity, the same kind of structure. Just gonna grab the bars pattern tool and grab it from about here and just trace it all the way up here. And you can see it's like it just copies the shape of the price from that section. And what I'll do is I'll bring it over here and match it up and try and marry it to what I think it's doing. I'll zoom in so we can see it better. And maybe I'll brighten it up a bit. Just a second. Bring that up to like there. Yeah, so you can see it has the same kind of elements. You've got like this consolidation here, like in a little wedge. Just like here is here. And I've just linked that up. Now on this run, you actually had the pullback a lot sooner. It actually pulled back earlier than from back here. But there's no need to stretch it or like warp it to fit that run. I think that pretty much still has the same direction and speed as how we came up to the all-time high. And one thing I also wanted to cover is why the hell is XRP picking up all of a sudden from down here? Like it was all, consolidating in here, and then all of a sudden, pop, it comes up And it actually breaks the structure of this high. So technically we've like done like a swing fail pattern, I guess, for now, or like almost a double top. But yeah, technically a new high, which is good. And you know, to get an uptrend, you need higher highs. Higher highs and higher lows is what you want. But anyway, there's this article. I'll put this article in the chat just so you can have a read of it as well. It's a pretty long article. There's a fair bit of it, but most of it is covering like all of the positive stuff for XRP lately that is causing this kind of momentum. So the main one I would say is the SEC's acknowledgement of XRP's ETF filing. So Grayscale, one of the biggest sort of funds out there, asset manager funds, is they've filed an ETF application for us. I think it's spot XRP. To convert its XRP trust into an ETF. Okay, so that's good. They've got a trust that already exists for XRP, and they want to convert it into an ETF. And I'm guessing that's going to act very similar anyway to a spot ETF, similar to Bitcoin's spot ETF. But yeah, the levels are there. The levels are there to beat. It's, you know, I don't think it's going to take much to get it once the breakout happens, because that's the first thing that has to happen. All eyes on this like yellow triangle. You don't want to sort of front run it. You don't want to like, you know, assume that it's definitely going to happen, but it's looking good. Once we get the breakout of the yellow descending line here, that's like the green light to go chase out, you know, $3, $3.30, that kind of level. Another thing that I was going to cover is just the price potential of XRP as well. So if I go to CoinMarketCap, I'm just going to write down a couple of bits about its price as it stands. So Bitcoin's current market cap is just under 2 trillion. Let's just say 2 trillion is Bitcoin. Actually, I'll write it the other way. So BTC, well, 2 trillion market cap. Yeah, okay. Bitcoin 2 trillion. What's ETH? ETH is like, we'll just say 330 billion. So 330 billion. And then XRP's current market cap is 157.6. Let's just say 158 billion. We'll just round it up. Can't type. All right. So what I want to do is just show you if XRP was able to achieve the market cap of Ethereum, which is pretty much, you know, it's double. So that would take XRP, we're almost at $3. So it takes it just under $6. If XRP gets the size of Ethereum, of Ethereum's current size and market cap, you'll have a, you know, and I'll show you how to calculate this. So the quickest way to calculate it is to work in the trillions. So what is, if Ethereum is 330 billion, how do you express that as a trillion, like in trillions? So you go, it's basically 0.033 trillion market cap is Ethereum right now. So that's basically 330 billion. And then XRPs would be, what's that? 0.0158. All right, so that now we're on like a level playing field with Bitcoin there. So Bitcoin's like 2.0, and instead of writing billions here, I'm gonna write it as trillions. just makes it easier to calculate. So now the key to this is to figure out what is the circulating supply of XRP. It's 57.81 billion. So that is a fraction of a trillion is 0.00578. That's the circulating supply of XRP. So there's a lot of them. There's 57.8, and that changes. It's only, what is that? It's over halfway of the supply has been is in circulation. So shit, where did I put that thing? That note. There it is. Okay. Now to figure out potentials, so XRP being 0.0158 trillion, this is how you figure price. This is how you calculate price. So I know that a lot of people probably already know this, but I'll just do it anyway for those who weren't aware. I'll just grab a calculator. So if XRP's market cap is that, and its supply is that, then this gives you the ability to calculate price. So with a market cap of 0.0158 divided by the circulating supply of 0.00578 equals, look, $2.73. What's Bitcoin's current price? $2.73. So we know we have the right equation to use here. So let's punch in let's just go Ethereum's market cap of 0.033 trillion divided by the supply of 0.00578 trillion supply of XRP, $5.70. So if we get Ethereum's current market cap, we'll have a $5.70 XRP. Now a 2 trillion, this is where it gets this is a nice number. If XRP manages to get a similar market cap to Bitcoin's all-time high of 2 trillion, well, it's probably beyond that. Let's figure that out. So 2 divided by 0.00578. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did. That's like almost $350. I don't know if that's right. Could be. 300. Okay. Nah, that's not right. I don't think that's right. 2 trillion. Anyway, someone in the comments might be able to help me of the stream. With a $2 trillion market cap, let's just write it out in zeros. So 2 trillion is okay, that's 20 million. 200 million, that's 2 billion. 3 more zeros is 2 trillion. Yeah, that's 2 trillion. What's that? 12 zeros? Yeah, 2 trillion divided by the supply of XRP of, let's just call it 57.8 billion. So 57.8 billion. So that's 57.8, that's 578, that's 5.7 mil, 57 mil, 578 million, 5.78 billion, 57.8 billion. There we go. Okay, so that's 57.8 billion. 3460, that sounds more close, yep, to it. So maybe I accidentally added a 0 when I shouldn't have. Anyway, that's XRP if it reaches Bitcoin's current market cap. It's about $35. How much would it need? Let's have a look. How big is gold at the moment? Let's have a look at that, because that is the largest asset known to man at the moment, like single asset tradable. $19.4 trillion. So 19.4 trillion, so it's 12 zeros. That's 9, another 3. Yeah, there's 19.4 trillion, that's gold. Divide that by, Now, what was its what was XRP's market supply? 57.8 billion to 578 billion. Yeah, that's it there. 578 billion. That would give you the $335 XRP. So yeah, this sort of like gives you a bit more of a realistic target to what it can achieve. I think obviously Ethereum's the most realistic target. Then maybe in the future at some point it may get as big as Bitcoin XRP as its current size is. But getting it to as large as gold, that might take a few cycles, I think. I think maybe Bitcoin, unless XRP flips Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin will probably hit that target before XRP does. But I mean, just compare, like it's 10 times the size of Bitcoin gold. And then, it's still... The incredible thing is, though, that Bitcoin is the 7th largest asset on the planet, like as in like single tradable asset. I mean, this excludes real estate as a collective asset, because that's way bigger, obviously. But yeah, as a single asset, total market cap, yeah, it's doing pretty well, and it has been higher on this list in the past, Bitcoin, but yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover today. There's that Donald Trump, official Trump coin correcting at the moment. That had a pretty good rally in the last like 48 hours. I think it went up, yes, basically 70%, 69, 70%. Pretty good. So that might be a pretty easy short right now if anyone's playing that short game. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'll try and stream a little bit more often now that I've settled into my new place. Just had my driveway redone. The concreters did a great job. Shout out to them. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. It should be sooner. It won't be as big a gap. All right, see ya. Have a good weekend.